initiated by Reverend Cesar Lodiha Akoka. That's my picture, as you can see, in 2017 in Zimbabwe, putting love into action by supporting widow and orphan. And the second one, that's the widow and an orphan. So, as I mentioned before, my name is Reverend Cesar Lodiha Akoka, a Congolese by nationality, born in a family of 9 children, 4 boys and 5 girls.
Wow.
I graduated from Alpha University in Zimbabwe, from the Department of Theology, Bachelor of Divinity. And currently I'm a seminarian student at Wesley Theological Seminary. So my new mission ministry in Kinshasa is based on putting Christian love into action by supporting and empowering orphan, widow, and people in Africa. So the aim. So our charity for orphan, widow, and our destitutes is a volunteer mission program that helps to support identified orphan and widow within our community. And this work is being done through providing food, new clothes, access to education, and so on. As you can see on that picture, the first one was taken last year. That was in December 15. We supported 18 children, orphan, and 12 widow. That's the first. The second one, you can see widow. And the third one, that's my wife in Zimbabwe in 2016, supporting orphans.
Just supporting orphans?
Yes. So the charity for orphan, widow in the District of Volunteer Mission is a program that is actually putting love into action by supporting widow and orphan, as I mentioned before. So as you can see, these people are part of our team. So we do have another team in Zimbabwe, our student. As you can see them, they are first year and second year. So they are part of our organization. So we all know about James chapter 1, verse 27, where the Bible is talking about pure religion, which consists in supporting widow and orphan. So as a man of God, I feel like we can't sit down and watch other people suffering, and especially in Africa, in my own country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa, found out that most of the orphan and widow are really suffering. So as a man of God, I felt called to start the first volunteer mission club called Charity for Orphan, Widow, and Destitute in my own country, Kinshasa, based on my own experience throughout my theological studies in Zimbabwe. When I went in Zimbabwe in 2015, it was not easy since I could not speak in English. Then I found out that there were some orphans who were on campus. Then they could not even afford getting food on the table since they were on partial scholarship. So the first things I did, I just called my fellow students. We had a meeting. I told them that why are we sitting down watching our fellow students suffering, and especially orphan and widows? So through reading the Bible based on John chapter 1, verse 27, I felt that there's need of doing something, and that thing is supporting those kind of people, because we can't keep preaching, singing within the church without putting love into action. And this love into action, in my point of view, is supporting this kind of thing. So I feel passionate about this way, since it is the only way that we can put love into action. So this is a way of answering God's call to help orphan and widow and vulnerable people in my own country. This is a symbol of our t-shirt, the organization. You can see the logo, we've got two hands, that means unity. We should be united. United, we're gonna do something. If we are divided, we can't move forward. And God loves unity as well. So through this program, we are not only focusing on supporting widows and orphans by providing food, clothes, and so on. There's also a cultural Methodist American Center that I created in my own country. The reason why I've created this, I found out that our church, the General Conference, yes, we do speak on several languages, but these are being translated. But the main language is English. So there's need of empowering this orphan and widow and other people within the community to know how to speak frankly English, so that when we have meeting, they can also support the church through several ministry. I was assisting young people within my community through translating several meetings like the youth summit that we did in 2021. So I worked together with young people ministry of the United Methodist Church. Then I facilitated the program. Then I feel like, why should I be alone? We need to empower the people. So that's the reason why I created this Cultural Methodist American Center. Why am I calling it Cultural Methodist American Center? It's because most of my friends, they are from the US. So when I was still a child, I was telling my mother that one day I'll be in the United States of America. Then my mother was saying, Cesar, it seems like God, yes, you were born in the DRC, but I don't see you living in the DRC. I'm seeing you living in the United States of America. So I was kind of saying that my mother was prophesying. So the prophecy is guiding my life today. So I've created the above mentioned training center in Kinshasa so that it will be useful for both youth and young adults within my community, whom their parents cannot afford to send them to school due to the lack of financial support. And the third point, the second point is that this training center will assist as well the university students to do their school researches. In my own country, it's not easy to afford like being connected using the internet. It's expensive. So within our training center, we do have some modem that we are assisting these people. They can bring their laptop or use our laptop to do their school research. And these often, they are being trained since their parents can't afford to send them to school. At least they can learn practical skills, like how to use a laptop and also the English language. So there are some students from Africa University who have been assisting us to teach them English. My wife as well, she speaks as well English, and also other colleagues. So those who are in Zimbabwe, they do assist us to teach them online. And some of us were there in person. We facilitated the training to empower those of. So this is my first class. I called it intensive English class. In 2021, this was in the local church that I was first appointed when I graduated from African University. So we do have orphan and young people who are attending our English class, and also some pastors, like the pastor in charge, the elder. We're working together. So people got interested to come and learn. We're doing it for free. No one was paying. So it was just a way of giving back to my own country or within my own community. So these are the pictures taken after class. That's the person in charge of me and orphan and young people within our local church. That's the second picture as well. This is in French, Centre Culturel Methodist America. So why this ministry or program? The reason why I've created this ministry is because we as Christians cannot sit and watch orphans and widows suffering in our community without showing love as children of God. So having a space within the community that actually accommodates more than 20 people to learn practical skills in English language. This space is being provided by one of our members, and this does not cost us since we kickstart this project. So, however, there's a need of having 10 laptops, 10 chairs, 20 laptops, 20 chairs, 20 desks, and also to hire a company that can install the Wi-Fi connection. Because before we were using a modem, that I was putting a SIM card, then we recharge in order to facilitate the learning within our center. So I was saying we cannot only rely on our members' contribution. There's need of having a project. And we do have two projects. The second one is a short-term project, which is a motor bicycle project. Because in the DRC, we can do transportation with a motorcycle. People will be paying, and then at the end of the month, the money can help us to support orphan and widow through providing food, clothes, and some of the needs. So this project, the budget that we need is 1,200 units in order to achieve our goal. So far, some of the members have been contributing, who are part of our board, and we currently have something like 500 US. So we are left with 700 US. True meaning of love into action. So our support will help these projects to care for the women and children living under their roof and reach out to their community with food, water, and the hope of the gospel. So in my point of view, I feel like, yes, we can be preaching within the church as pastors, but putting love into action is something more important. Because you can't preach when somebody is, it's something. Otherwise, he can fall and he won't even be able to catch what you are saying. So true supporting them is a way of evangelizing other people, like to teach them. So when we give them food, we give them clothes, we support some of the orphans to go to school, or some of them, they are not even our church members, but they feel like this is a good place where people are being accommodated. So the church is a place where everybody should be accommodated and they should feel loved. So this is what we do. Some of the kids that you are seeing on the pictures, they are actually part of our local church because of this ministry. They were saying, this is a place that we deserve and a place where God wants us to be. So this is what we did by supporting them. So we do it each year to support these kids to go to school. And some of our members are even giving money to send a child to school. So in the DRC, other US can send somebody to school, like these kids in the orphan. So our long project, the long project is building an orphanage in the Democratic Republic of Congo in Kinshasa. So this is a long-term project that we are actually discussing with our members to know how we can reach or to this project. But first of all, I told them that we need to start with our short-term project before the long-term projects that we may think about maybe in 2024. So actually we are focusing with our short-term project. So many people have been involved And in the Democratic Republic of Congo in Kinshasa, the person representing us is called Reverend T.S. Luis Ombaka-Songo, who is actually representing us there in Kinshasa, organizing some meeting and also motivating others to donate. We all know about Matthew 28, verse 19 or 24, where the Bible says, go therefore and make all the nation disciples of Jesus Christ. So in my point of view, making disciples of Jesus Christ is also supporting those who are suffering. Making disciples of Jesus Christ is also supporting orphan and widow. Making disciples of Jesus Christ is putting love into action. So I don't know if somebody is feeling called to join us in this mission. So will you join together with other Christians to answer God's call and care for the spirit, orphan, and widow in their distress? And this is in the Democratic Republic of Congo in Kinshasa, where we are putting love into action. If you feel called to put love into action, do not hesitate to come and share with us, to come and support this ministry that really needs people like you. We really need people around the world who feel put love into action.